Hello guys and welcome to a new video. Today I'm back to bring you a book haul, and excuse my voice because I've been like this for over a week, so I'm worried, but yeah, this is my voice now. So welcome. Today I'm here to bring you the book haul from the 2017 Lisbon Book Fair. So the Lisbon Book Fair is a book fair that happens every year around the beginning of June. It's really awesome. I've been going since I was a child, so for me it's a very dear place. I really missed it when I lived in Brazil. I always try to go at least once, but usually I end up going twice or even 3 times. This year I went 2 times and I bought books in all of those occasions. The first time I went with my boyfriend, and we kind of spent the entire afternoon there after my last exam. I told myself I was not gonna spend a lot of money, but then I saw one of these stalls that was for small publishers, and all the books were really cheap. Like I'm sad I didn't bought some of them, and one of those that I found there was which the price was originally apparently 15 euros, but I bought it for 2.5, and that is TheReluctant Fundamentalist by Mohsin Hamid. I've heard about this book. This is a translated edition with a very hot pink cover, which I'm not against because I love hot pink. This is a book about a Pakistan man who lives in America, and it's like how the society what the impact of the 9/11 on his life, I think, but also it's like a talk I've heard. It's like a conversation he has with someone. I don't know. I'm really interested in reading this, and it's very short. And also, I thought it would be like interesting read, and also that teach me something. So yeah, I picked this one up, and then I was on a roll. So I saw one of the few stalls which sells books in English, because this is a book fair organized by the Portuguese Publishers Association. So most of them sell books, and they sell Portuguese books, or they sell translated books mostly. So I bought 2 English books that they sold at the FNAC, which is a store that is French, but there's a lot of here. The stall they had in the book fair sold English books, because I thought they were smart enough to think that they wouldn't be selling books that are already being sold at other stalls for other prices, so they just brought books in English, which I like. Thank you. And I found 2 that I've heard amazing things here on BookTube. So the first one is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I've heard amazing things about this book. Apparently it's about a girl in a village, and the village has a villain, and one of the girls has to be given to this villain, and everyone thought it was going to be her friend, who is beautiful, graceful and brave. So her friend, and it ends up not being her friend that he takes. So I'm guessing it's the main character, and I'm looking forward to reading this book, because I've not read a very imaginative book in a while, and dystopias are starting to feel all the same. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one, which I bought for less than 10 euros, which I'm very happy about. Another book that I bought, and this one has been very talked about here on BookTube and Bookstagram, and everyone is saying how important and relevant and contemporary it is, and I really wanted to read it, and I saw it there and I just thought I'm gonna pick it up. And it's The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This is a book inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement, and about the problems that the black community in America face. This is a UK edition. I really love this cover, by the way. It's all the dark background, and then the words, and then the thug written, and then the pink spine, which for a book lover and a lover of pink is great. But more importantly, this book deals with very contemporary and relevant topics, which I really wanted to read, because I don't have a lot of contact with them, especially here, especially being white, especially being, you know, by all means privileged, which I'm very aware of. So yeah, I really wanted to read this, and I'm so happy I got my hands on it like soon. So this was the books I picked up on my first visit there, and then I went with my parents on that final hour where they have very big promotions, like 50% off books. And I went with my parents, and luckily they bought me books for me. So I picked a couple of them. They are all translated this time. All of them except one are published in other languages, so they are translated. The first one I'm going to talk to you is about the Portuguese one, which is the new book by Isabel Stilwell. It's called Isabel Aragão, Entre o Céu e o Inferno. This is a historical novel. I'm reading one of hers right now, so this is it makes sense to talk about this one. And 2 years ago, I bought the one she released that time there, and it was signed, and I talked to her. And in terms of a writer, I really like the topics she approaches. I don't politically agree with her in a lot of stuff she publishes on Facebook, but as an author, I really like the fact that she always approaches female characters in history, and important ones. So this one is about the queen that was married to one of our kings on the knees in the medieval times, and she's a saint. We call her Queen Saint Isabel or Elizabeth, and she is a Aragonese, I think that's how you call it, princess that married our Portuguese king. And she was known for being very good, a very good person, very charitable, very empathetic with the poor, and she had to deal a lot with the problems between father and son, between her son and her husband, and how do you say it, the bastard child of her husband as well. Yeah, so she had two children. This deals a lot with the problems between those two brothers, her son and her not son, the son of her husband, and also about the fact that she was then considered a saint at the end of her life, because these books, the books of Isabel Stilwell, don't end when her husband dies or when she leaves power. They are about her entire life, so you have access to her childhood and then to the end of her life. So you have the her entire life on a book, which I find very good as well, because women are important in all of the times of her. They're still important even when they're old. That's what I kind of wanted to say. My voice, guys, it's so painful. So the next book is by one of the authors I really enjoy. He's a Nobel Prize winner. The first book I read by him, I read when I was 12. It was amazing. I don't know the original title or the American title, but it's something like Chronicle of an Announced Death, something like that. It's Gabriel Garcia Marquez. He's a Colombian writer. He writes kind of magical realism. I've read 100 Years of Solitude, and I love that book. So after, and of course, I've read, and this is important not because there's no correlation, but there is. I've read John Green, and I think it's The Fault in Our... No, it's Looking for Alaska, I think. He mentions this book and this kind of metaphor. So I picked up The General in His Labyrinth. I think that's the English title. I'm just translating off the Portuguese title. And I haven't picked up one of his books in a long time. This is a short book. I really want to get into reading some of his work as well. I've been afraid to pick something up because I've loved those two, but all of the other plots seem so unrealistic, so magical realism, that I've been afraid to pick up his books, which I'm kind of really mad at myself about. So I picked this one up because I had some kind of reference to the title, and maybe this will get me into reading more of his work, since I loved all of the books I've read by him, and some of my favorite books are by him, those two that I've read. So yeah. And then my parents did me the great favor of buying me two books that, because of that promotion I talked to you about, were 50% discounted each. So basically I bought two for the price of one of them. and I wanted to buy these books for a long time. I loved the adaptation because it has Eddie Redmayne in it. I really enjoyed the author because I've met him in a book fair in São Paulo, and I really wanted to check his work, but I didn't want to. It's not that I can't read in English, obviously. It's because it's such a long book and it's has so many details and characters that I didn't want to mess them up. So I'm really a bit like when I read fantasy, high fantasy. I'm wary of reading in English because I don't want to lose details and stuff like that. So I've been eyeing these editions for a while, and this time my parents bought them for me. So it's Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett, volumes 1 and 2. They kind of match. Volume 1 and 2. I've been trying to get my hands on this for ages. So yeah, I'm really happy that I have them now. I have my entire lifetime to read them, I know. But I really wanted to read them. And I know that they are one book, so you're not supposed to kind of read them like separately. But it's good that they are separate because they are ginormous and because it counts 2 books in your reading challenge. I'm joking. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading these ones. I love the adaptation. So yeah, I have these 2, and these were all the books I bought this year at the book fair, and I'm being controlled, guys. Also, it's ridiculous how, because my TBR is so big, I don't feel the need or want to buy many books. I do have some on my wish list that I think I'm gonna buy in July because they are fast reads and they are sweet, and some books that have been on my radar for a long time and people have been telling wonderful things about them. One of them is obviously the end of the trilogy by Jenny Han, the To All the Boys I've Loved Before trilogy. This is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you haven't missed me much. I'm so sorry. I have exams and university stuff, as you can imagine, and May is just a crazy month. It's impossible to deal with. I'm still dealing with my anxiety from that month. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. I promise there will be more videos now. I have a few planned already. So yeah, I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe or give it a thumbs up. And all my media links are down below in the description. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. Goodbye.